butterfly, 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 butterfly.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Just Locs 14. Today we're going to do something different. As you know, spring just started and I kind of wanted to welcome spring by creating something I've never done before. So today we're going to try creating a butterfly, and I'm going to show you all how it kicked my ass from the rooter to the tutor. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna put my hair in a ponytail, and I was just showing off my curls. I had double strand twists, ropes in for like 3 months. So that's the curls I got from after I took them out for like 3 months. So after that, I put my hair in one ponytail, and of course the first thing you have to do is cover your base. So I'm just using like 2 of my locks to do that, and then tacked it with a hairpin. And you see those stairs that I'm doing, excuse them. The entire time I'm doing that, I'm literally thinking about how I'm gonna execute this style, because I had no idea. And this was my second day attempting to do this. Second day, third try. So the day before that, I tried twice and failed miserably. So today, which is the first day of spring, I'm gonna attempt it again. And hopefully, let's see how it comes out. So I didn't know what I was going to do, as you can see. So after I put my hair in the ponytail, I separated them into 4 and decided to do barrel twists. And if you don't know how to do barrel twists, I'm going to show you. It wouldn't be a tutorial on how to do barrel twists, but you'll kind of get the gist of it. So I separated the ponytail into 4 and used a rubber band to separate them. And I'm speeding it up. And then I started with the barrel twist. So with barrel twist, it's very simple. You just wrap your hair around itself. That's just it. And make sure all of it is covered. As you see, there was a small gap there, so I pushed the locks back up to cover it. Because yeah, with barrel twist, that's the whole point of it. It has to be covered. So yeah. I'm barrel twisting it from the top to the bottom. All 4 sections that I parted out. So yeah, don't worry about if a couple pieces come out, because I'm going to show you afterward how I don't know if you can see right there by my index finger, but one of them came out. But don't worry about that, because I am going to tack it with hairpins afterwards. That was just the one that I'm touching right there. I'm going to tack it with hairpins afterwards, and that happens sometimes. So like I'm showing you here, I think I had maybe 1 or 2 pieces that came out, so I'm going to just use a hairpin and slant it in a direction to where it's not showing from either side. So I tacked both pieces with the hairpin, and then I went ahead and did all 4 sections, as you can see. And yeah, now I was very nervous because it was time, but I got a color thread that kind of matched my hair, kind of brown. I got my needle, my weave needle and thread. And again, I did not know how I was going to execute this. I knew what I wanted it to look like, but just never know how I was going to execute it. So yeah, I started yeah, at this point I really wanted to just say F it, but I had to try. As I said, this was my 3rd attempt. So excuse me if I sound all over the place. I'm trying to get my thoughts together, because so I put a glove on my hand because my hand already started to sweat by the time I touched the needle. So I put a glove on my hand. As you can see, it's not even on properly. That's how much my hand was sweating. So yeah, I had to do that for some grip. Anyways, I put the 2 front ones together, the 2 barrel twists together, to kind of create that I guess the body of the butterfly. And again, I didn't have a plan. I was just kind of winging it. I did not know what I was doing. So this video is most definitely chaos, but a beautiful chaos because it came out really, really good. So I started sewing the back, and just, I can't really explain it, but you see how they're together? I kind of sewed in the middle where my big finger is, or my thumb is. I sewed them together from the back to try and keep them together, if that makes sense. Hopefully I don't know, hopefully you get it somehow, somehow. But I sew them together to try and get them to stay I guess up. At least that's what I thought, but you'll see as the video goes on. So at this point, yeah, I kind of realized that it wasn't going to stay up. Again, I don't know what I thought. So first thought was I needed a base. I needed something for it to stay up. And the first thing I thought of, honestly, was a comb. I am the queen of improvising, and I don't know. A comb just came to mind for some reason, some way, somehow, but it worked. So I pushed the comb inside the base. I pushed the comb inside the base, and then I just used the thread and wrapped it around. Yeah, I just used the thread and wrapped it around. I guess the body, you know, that's what we're gonna call it. And then, yeah, at this point, I was ready to give up, but I didn't want to at the same time, but I was happy to see that it was staying up. So at this point, I was ready to stop recording because it had been hours at this point. So yeah, but when I realized I got the base down, I started working on the, I don't know, I guess you would call it the wings. So I know I wanted them to, you know, look like this, to be circular, I guess. So what I did was I don't know how to explain it, but I kind of wrapped them, rolled them into each other, and then sewed it. I don't know how to explain it, but I sew it onto each other, onto itself, so it kind of stayed. I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, this hairstyle gave me a goddamn headache, and I most likely will never be retrying this again, but I'm glad I did. It was fun. No, I'm lying, it was not fun. It was not fun in any way, shape, or form, but it was interesting, and I'm glad I did it. I'll just never do it again. But yeah, I rolled it onto itself and I sew it for it to stay, and I did that to all 4 pieces. Yeah, and yeah, I was ready to quit. I cannot even stress that, honestly, but like I said, eventually I got stressed to the point where I just stopped recording. But as you can see, I got the first 2 ones done, and then I just repeated the same process for all of them, and this video is ended. Thank you for watching. Bye. So this is it. This is how it came out, and I mean, I loved it. And man, listen, trying to judge my makeup, I'm a hair artist, I'm not a makeup artist. I tried to do a little nasal looks type of thing, and I think it was cute, but hey, it is what it is. I put this jacket with it because I thought it looked cute. I thought it went with the theme, and you know, kind of colorful, not kind of colorful, but colorful, brought in spring well. So yeah, this is it, and I loved it. I got a lot of compliments when I posted it. So yeah, this is it. I loved it. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.